Because if that is, a lot of people are in that same boat. They're looking for ways to do less, make more. And today I want to talk to you guys about mindset. I want to talk to you about the mindset that it takes really to elevate your skills so that you can actually do more and earn more. Because I think that's the goal. And a lot of the approach, maybe what's causing you to stay stuck or not necessarily hit that result that you want. So I took down some notes and I wanted to share with you to hopefully create a little bit of a blueprint, a roadmap that will allow you to improve your skills and your income simultaneously. Now, the first thing that we want to talk about is just that skill set. I'm a firm believer that your skill set is going to determine the level of income, the level of personal growth and development that you see determines or is going to be determined by your skill set. Sometimes some people have this idea that, look, I just want to make more money and I don't necessarily want to improve my skill set. And that's not going to happen. You have to change who you are, change the value that you're bringing to the table in order for the income to change. So if your skill sets are here, your income is probably going to be here. If your skill sets are here, you can't expect the income to increase and the skill set's still here. You have to raise the skill set to match the income that you want, the results that you're looking for. So skills are important. What type of skills are we talking about? What kind of skills can you use right now to get yourself into a better situation? Well, communication. That's one of the skills that's free to learn just by talking, having conversations, networking, getting in different environments and situations and putting yourself in a position where you get to see different people, different backgrounds, and just have conversation. Improving communication, vocabulary, right? Simple things like problem solving, right? Problem solving for some people, it comes naturally. They're not going to spend too much time. They see the problem, they've identified it. Okay, what are the solutions? That's where their focus is. Some people, they magnify the problem, right? Don't be that person that spends time magnifying the problem. Invest time in solutions and then become a great problem solver. And that's a skill that will actually pay you and allow you to increase your income once you've developed it, right? Communication is one of those skills that sometimes people don't pay too much attention to because it's just communication. But at the end of the day, if you could stand on stage and communicate to a crowd of people and at the end show up with income from your communication, I would say that's a better situation than, spending hours in the sun doing labor and constructing unless you just love constructing, right? Most people would like to do things that will allow their body to last longer in doing that thing versus beat their body down. So just a thought. Um, so for you, what skills are you developing right now that allow you to take your income to the next level? Because there's tons of skills, tons of resources with YouTube alone. That's one resource that you can go to and learn so many things from AI to different things that people are doing right now, different ideas, different businesses, different resources that you can tap into to be able to build yourself and then in turn build your income at the same time. So there's a trap that some people fall into, which is what I like to call the trap of minimal effort, right? Many people get stuck in looking for a way to find a shortcut to get to the result that they want and looking for a way to a magic solution, if you will, right? Let me find that magic thing that I haven't done. And that's why sometimes shiny objects keep on distracting, excuse me, keep on distracting you. So you want to just make sure that you're not looking for shortcuts, that you're looking for the actual information that you need to gather and you need to study, you need to learn and put into practice so that the skill is developed, right? No shortcuts, no substitute for work. You just have to do it. There's no shortcut for putting in the time to get the experience. You just have to do it. So, why would you expect the most return if you're putting in the least effort? That's a question I want you to think about for a second because a lot of people right now are expecting the most return as they're putting in the least effort and they get frustrated at the end of the day and feel like, maybe it's a waste of time. But when you really analyze and look back, reflect on what you did, the actions, and if those actions matched the result that you were looking for, you'll find that 9 times out of 10, most people aren't putting in the effort required to get the results that they're looking for. So make sure you're not making that mistake. Okay. So The last thing I want to kind of talk about is maximizing your time and your energy, because a lot of times today you can see it on social media all day long. There's people that are either commenting, posting, investing time in things that are not serving them, right? And there's a whole bunch of people that are doing the opposite. They're learning, they're growing, they're building connections, they're making sure that they're taking advantage of every resource and opportunity to grow, to get new skills, to be able to share, teach, give back the skills, the knowledge, the information that they've learned along the way. So I would say, are your activities aligned with the goals that you're actually shooting for, with the goals that you're looking to achieve, the results, right? Are your activities aligned so that the things that you're doing are getting you closer to those goals? Because sometimes people do stuff and they're not really paying attention to where the things that they're doing are leading them. So it's important to know that your goals and your activities are aligned and the things that you're doing will get you to the goals. Okay. Small, consistent action, I want to remind you, is key to recognize. Sometimes people are looking for the big result, the big change. Well, you've all heard the question, how do you eat an elephant? It's one bite at a time. So that one little bite, you still have the big elephant left to go, but then one bite at a time consistently, you're going to look up and that elephant's gone. And then somebody's going to say, geez, how did you do that? One bite at a time. Small, consistent wins lead to the overall big picture, the result again. But if you never take the small, consistent wins seriously and get excited about that, you might not have the fuel to keep pushing forward when it's challenging and you're looking at that big elephant saying, Jesus, how do I eat all of this? Right. So think about that when you're thinking of your goals, the things that you want to accomplish. They might seem really big, but if you just say, what's the first thing that I need to do? And let me just focus all my energy on that thing, get it done. And then, okay, what's the next thing? And before you know it, you've hit 10 things in a row. And then you're just on a roll, creating that momentum, knocking out everything else that comes in your way. Right. So take inventory of your efforts, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching, then this is making sense to you, right? Align your goals with your efforts, with your activities, the things that you're doing on a daily basis. Make sure that they align. And I want to invite you to explore options, to really look at how you can grow your skills. A lot of times people aren't looking for ways to grow skills, they're looking for ways to earn income or make money. But I believe that your skill sets are directly um, related to the amount of income that you make. So if you want to increase your income, increase your skill sets. The more skill sets you have, the more resources and income that you can create for yourself. Don't let income be the reason, right? Create the skill set so that income won't be the factor, right? Um, if you're ready to get serious, about changing your life and what it is that you want to do, what skills you want to acquire, what results you want to see, then I invite you to really stop and think, is my mindset, am I ready for the results that I'm looking for? And if you are, then let's go. Let's take the next step. Let's talk. Feel free to click that link in the description. Let's set up a one-on-one. If it's 10 minutes, you can at least improve your communication skills in that time just by talking to a random stranger. Hopefully we're not strangers because you see my videos and we have conversation about different things that maybe are helpful to you. Maybe we haven't talked about that thing yet. Maybe we haven't talked about that thing yet, but let's decide, right? A lot of people haven't made a decision because they're still looking at different choices and options, right? Let's decide. Let's make a decision that we want to change our life. We're ready to put in the time that it takes, invest so that we can get the skills required to be able to generate the income that we want. It's just that simple. Make the decision today and let's talk so that way we can figure out how we can put a game plan together. If it's not something I can help with, maybe I can connect you with the person. Maybe you can connect me with somebody. I don't know. But the whole thing is let's start the conversation so that we can see where we are, what we have, and what we need to do to get you to the place that you want to be. I want to see you winning. And I know there's a lot of people that say that, but I truly want to see you winning. And if you want to make that decision today, I'm with you. I'm rooting for you. Let's do it. Leave me a message. Use the link in the description. Let's connect. Let's have a quick conversation and let's see if we can take this thing to the next level. Thanks for being here. Thanks for taking the time investing in yourself, getting this information. Please, if this was valuable in any way, shape, or form, feel free to share it so that way it gets to more people and we can make an impact together. Again, I want to see you winning. Let's talk soon and start the process. Let's invest our time so we don't waste it. All right. Peace.